For daily Ask Reddit, psychologists of Reddit, what's one thing a patient has told you that caught you off guard, or vice versa, patient's perspective? My therapist once abruptly ended our session after telling me I needed to go to the ER. I had been in a car accident the day before and had an undiagnosed concussion that was pretty bad. I was so out of it, I didn't even realize I was out of it. He later told me I was talking about inappropriate topics. I was so embarrassed I didn't ask what I specifically talked about. I didn't want to know at that point and wasn't making much sense. I'm just glad he recognized I was off that day and helped me get to the hospital. When I was in 1st or 2nd grade, the school counselor fell asleep when I was describing a bullying situation that I was in. I was so young that I didn't know how to respond, so I just sat there in his office until he woke up. Was talking to my school counselor about some mental health issues and told him that I like playing card games to take my mind off of it. The man literally opens his cabinet and pulls out a briefcase full of UGR cards. I'm a massive nerd and says so wanna play, don't get me wrong, but this guy had a lumberjack beard, was fit and looked more like an athlete than a counselor, so I was shocked. Got over my problems and played every Wednesday against him. Edit. THX for my first award, kind stranger. I paid and sat through an entire session of therapy during which my therapist ranted as to how great of a career he could have had as a stand-up comedian and how much he regrets his current profession. I kinda agreed with him near the end. I had a therapist tell me when I was a teenager that she didn't know what else to do to help me because it seemed like I already understood everything pretty well. This was after my overbearing and crazy helicopter mom dragged me in for being depressed. Then she switched to therapying my mom, and my mom quickly was in tears because she has the emotional strength of a child and wanted it to be about me when it was actually all about her. I knew exactly why I was depressed. I was stuck by myself in the middle of nowhere with her crazy ass. No personal space, no ability to get away, not being able to say no, her getting jealous of my friends when I spent time with them. It would make anyone depressed. She didn't even let me sit with the therapist by myself. First time I saw a counselor, he was looking over my paperwork and said he could tell from my handwriting that I was good in bed. I kid you not. I was so caught off guard, all I could say was I think I am. So young and not assertive at all. Found out he got in trouble for an inappropriate relationship with a client. But it really screwed me up for a bit, him saying that because I have problems setting boundaries with men. She said, you don't have to forgive someone, especially when they were so cruel and are not sorry. Shocked the hell out of me, as any therapist before that tried to get me to forgive, but I can't. I live with it, and I don't think forgiving them would bring me any kind of peace. I did most of my training in a pediatric hospital. One of my patients, young adult, with relapsing leukemia, cancer since young childhood, wanted to go to an outdoor festival with their significant other. The oncologists were adamant that due to the patient's slow white blood count and current course of treatment, they shouldn't let them go. Basically, if that person caught an infection, it would kill them. The patient was pissed, understandably so, and said something like, "I've had this disease since I was a child. I know I'm going to die soon. I'm going to the concert, whether you like it or not, and if I die, then at least I'll do it on my own terms." It's always quite moving when a young person expresses their own mortality and confronts it head on. I had such admiration for that person.